Love and Jane is a Hallmark film from 2024. It's written and directed by David Weaver, and we have a cast including Alison Sweeney, Benjamin Ayres, and Kendra Anderson. And in general, it is a really good film. It has a lot to offer. There are a lot of things that I can praise, but personally, and this is my fault, not the film's fault, but personally, I didn't really enjoy it, and I will explain why that's the case. But as I said, in general, I have nothing but praise for it. It's about a character called Lilly. She's having problems with her love life and with her belief in herself, and she wishes that Jane Austen was there to give her some advice. And her wish is granted. Jane Austen appears beside her, and she's there to help guide her. And I don't like it. And I love the concept. I really, really love the concept. I think it's always wonderful to look at historical figures, people who have come before us, to turn to them for inspiration. I think that's fabulous. I do it myself constantly. But the reason this doesn't work for me, and again, this is not the film's fault, but this is not my interpretation of Jane Austen. The way this character is presented, the way the character presents herself, it doesn't fit my image of Jane Austen. And of course, this is their interpretation. This is the way they envision her. And that's absolutely fine. And I'm not saying that I don't believe it. It's simply that it doesn't match my vision of Jane Austen. And it's one of the reasons I don't watch that many films based on literary figures, because we all have our own images of what they're like and what they maybe sounded like and how they maybe carried themselves. And I don't watch a lot of those films because it's unlikely that it's going to be identical to what I'm imagining. And unfortunately, that's the case here. It doesn't match with what I'm imagining. So whenever we see the character, I wasn't believing that I was looking at Jane Austen. But again, that's not the film's fault. This is purely their interpretation, and it doesn't match with mine. So it was a really jarring experience. But if you can watch this, and this version of Jane at least somewhat matches your vision of Jane Austen, then I think you'll find it to be a really good film, because the narrative is great, the concept is great, the character of Jane Austen is very well presented, she's certainly very likeable and has a really great role to play here. It is simply, it's not matching up with my vision of Jane Austen, but that's purely on me, not on the film. We also have some really great pacing to the narrative. The narrative is definitely well written, there's a lot of substance there, and I did enjoy the story, but obviously with Jane Austen being the main focus, it wasn't the best experience for me. Visually, it's very satisfying. We have some great costumes, some great camera work and music, and if you like books and writing and history, and of course Jane Austen, then I'd say it's one that's worth watching. If you don't care that much for Jane Austen, I'd say still maybe give it a go, because A, you probably won't be looking for something specific from that character, and B, I think there's enough there that you don't need to love Jane Austen or to know much about her to be able to follow the film. So that's absolutely worth bearing in mind, that I think it's worth giving a go, and I hope that it matches your version of Jane Austen, because it's otherwise a really great film. Love and Jane is brilliant. I have no complaints. It's just simply a problem that I have with my vision of Jane Austen not quite matching up with the way the character is presented here. But that aside, I'd say it's a pretty decent film, and I'm certainly happy to recommend it.